Life Fitness. And today I wanted to share with you guys my secret to success. What is my secret to success? So, a lot of you guys have been asking me, hey, Delilah, I want to go raw, but I don't know about the whole going raw thing because I don't want to be too thin, especially men. I got to say that, especially men. I get a lot of that from men. I get a lot of men saying they're interested in going raw, but they're not interested in being too skinny. Now, I totally get that coming from a bodybuilder's mentality. I don't want to be skinny either, and I'm a female. So I personally have, and like I said, I think I'm sounding like a broken record. I am not one person that's interested in being too thin. I personally don't find it attractive. I think being too thin, it just looks sickly for me. It looks sick. It looks like someone just not healthy. And I know somebody's going to get upset with me, and that's okay. You have a right to your opinion, like I have a right to mine. So I wanted to, if you guys have any questions, to answer your questions about being raw and fit, um, I think there's a distinction between vegetarian and raw. And I'm going to set the record straight. People who are vegetarian and who consume a vegetarian lifestyle consume food that's processed. The majority of the food that a lot of people who are vegetarian is cooked. Their stuff is cooked. And I can say that because I actually was vegetarian before I got to the stage of being raw, and lot and I had fibroids. A lot of the estrogen, because the estrogen dominance, well, a lot of the estrogen, a lot of the soy was making the fibroids bigger. Um, and I was shocked because I was spending a lot of money at the health food store trying to do the right thing, and it turned against me. Yeah, guys, it turned against me. I was so disappointed because going to the health food store is not cheap. It's not cheap. So my sister, like I said, was raw, so I decided to join her, and raw changed my whole world. Not only did I maintain my lean muscle mass, I may have lost a pinch a little bit because a lot of it is inflammation. But as I went down to my natural state, now I'm going to say it for women in the room, ladies, you've got to lift heavy weights. There's no getting around it. I get the 5 pounds and I get the whole waif skinny thing, but uh, I don't find being skinny attractive. I maybe I'm being prejudiced, but especially on a man, I like men to be, and I know this is gonna, especially in this time, I'm being very politically incorrect because of all of the stuff going on with cis this, cis that. I don't even get the whole cis thing, so excuse me for my ignorance. I think now everybody has morphed. You know, everything is whatever's clever. But I can honestly say, from my point of view, I still like men to be muscular, and even women. I find it more attractive for me. It could be different for everybody because I know somebody's going to chew me a new butthole. I'm from Brooklyn. And I'm coming from a place where there was shootouts, and back in the days, people would punk you, steal your milk money. So when you was bigger, it shows a sign of dominance. Alpha male, alpha female. I'm an alpha female. As you guys know, I'm definitely alpha female. I like to be, and I consider myself to be the leader of the pack. I'm not a follower. I'm a leader, and I acknowledge that. And there's nothing wrong with being a leader, and you should own it. I'm owning it. I'm a leader. So as being a leader, it comes with responsibility, and it comes with a look for me, um, and respect. I gotta say, with my body type, I get a lot of respect when I'm walking down the street from women and men. I would be the last person you would want to rob. Let's just put it that way. Because you definitely got to get a run for your money. I'm not going to let you rob me. This is Brooklyn speaking. It's not like the suburbs where you grow up in the suburbs with a silver spoon in your mouth. I'm from the School of Hard Knocks. And from the School of Hard Knocks, walking down the street of Brooklyn, if I was too skinny, I would have gotten robbed or even raped. You know what I mean? People size you up, and I got to tell you, I have a taekwondo and I do judo, so I have a brown belt in that. Was going for my black belt, but I got preoccupied. But I will fight, and I teach self defense. So I'm not. I'm not the girl that you are going to run up in an alley. I'm going to make it real hard for you. I'm going to make it real, real hard. Somebody may not come out of that alley, but I'm coming out. And that's how I feel. As a woman, if you cannot protect yourself, and I get the whole femme fatale thing, I think it's gorgeous. I'm feminine too, but I'm also have a masculine edge to me. I will fight. So a lot of women are touchy feely about that. I don't understand if you're living in a rape culture. What part of self defense don't you understand? And I totally think every woman living in a rape culture, especially in America, you should know how to defend yourself, and that's common sense. Fight. You gotta fight. You would fight. You fought to get here because that one that one egg with all that sperm. You've been fighting since got here. And as a black woman, I've been fighting for my existence to get a job. I'm a warrior. I'm a fighter. I'm an alpha female, and I will fight to the bitter end. So that's just my reality. And I actually mix that in my philosophy of living life. Everything is a strategy, and I'm going to come out on top. You know what I mean? I'm not going to come out on the bottom. Trust me, trust me. I'm a fighter. Even for me to get this far on social media, um, and my platform to build up, I'm a fighter. I'm a scrapper. So I'll fight for mine. I have my own business. Being an entrepreneur, you have to have that edge to you, and I have that edge, as a lot of you guys know, and I'm not ashamed of it. As a woman, it doesn't make me less feminine. I think a lot of women so badly want to be picked by male counterpart that they dumb themselves down, and I've seen it in high school when I've watched girls who were like amazing in science, and then they started to get in high school, they started dumbing themselves down for a boyfriend. Women, you got to stop doing that. It's horrible to dumb yourself down. Men, I don't, and if you have to dumb yourself down for a man, um, you don't need to be with him. And I'm not going to dumb myself down or fem myself out for a man. If you like me, you don't. If you don't, hey, that's fine. Keep it moving. All right. So so this is who I am. So when I got into the raw vegan lifestyle, and it's a lifestyle, it's not a diet. I applied and I changed my body. I'm not going to say any names. You know who I'm talking about. There's a lot of women here that are raw vegan, preferably Caucasian women. I don't see too many black women that are 100% raw. I know I heard you guys talk about, what's her name? She's not 100% raw. I think I'm the only female that's 100% raw that lift weights. I've said this the last time. I think a lot of time with raw women who are raw, they take yoga. You guys take a lot of yoga, and I get the whole yoga thing. But for me, I do yoga, but I also do lift weights. I do lift weights. I think that there has to be a balance. I have this philosophy about yoga that it's great, but as a trainer, I'm a certified ACE certified trainer. What we're taught is that fitness consists of three components: flexibility, which to me is yoga. I'm going to just say it. For me, when I do yoga, that's stretching. I'm going to just say some people have, and it's a mind body connection. I'm not going to belittle it, but when I go in, I'm going in to increase my range of motion. So it's flexibility. Then you got endurance and your heart endurance training, cardiovascular, which is cardiovascular, um, and then you have resistance training. Now, women, as you get older in your 50s and 60s, you'll notice some women start getting kyphosis and lordosis. Their skin starts shriveling. You ever see older women and they don't work out? They got the thing on the bottom of their arm. They got this thing jiggling. You've seen women like that. And I get a lot of you women say, I want to take care. I want to get my arms like yours because I don't want to jiggle. And you see that little piece of flesh jiggling. And it looks like, ah. It doesn't look healthy. Let's just put it that way. Don't look healthy. So I'm the type of person, because I'm raw vegan, a lot of you guys come to me because if you go to a trainer who consumes flesh or who's vegetarian, I'm raw. They're going to try to push you towards protein powders. Now, I don't take supplements and I don't do powders. So if you want to know how I build muscle, I'm going to tell you. But I don't do supplements. I don't do powders. I don't do protein shakes. A lot of you guys, Whey protein, casein has casein in it, which is from the cow. I basically get my proteins from my food. I do have the 7 Day Raw Vegan Challenge book that you guys, if you want to know what I eat in a day, 7 days, get the 7 Day Raw Vegan Challenge. It's up on my website. You can download the book. It's only $45, $45. You can get that. Don't be cheap, guys. Don't be cheap. Get the book. And you can see what I eat in a day. You could actually, it's a recipe book, so you have the shopping list, the meal plan, and the meal plan, and the recipes. So you got all of that. So because a lot of you guys always ask me, hey Delilah, what do you eat in a day? So you could eat what I eat in a day. Just get the book and follow the recipes. Um, so today's episode is building muscle on a raw vegan lifestyle. Now, the key thing about anything, ladies and men, because I also train men, because I am an ex bodybuilder. The key thing about this lifestyle is consistency. Now, I don't care what is it that you're doing, as long as you're consistent. You'll see people who will work out, do the whole New Year's resolution thing, which is to me ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous. I'm going to say it to your face. I think it's a waste of time. I think if you're going to do it now. You don't have to wait to a date on the calendar to do it. So people will do the New Year's resolution and they'll start, work out for about a month and then they'll get bored. They'll get bored, bored. Then they'll start making excuses for not going to the gym. Pay for a gym membership, got the cute little outfit. Every time they go to the gym, they smell good, like a bunch of perfume. Got the hair and the nails done. I see women, listen, ladies, especially if you're not a gym rat. I'm a gym rat. You'll come in here looking all femmed up and smelling like perfume. I'd rather smell sweat than perfume. I'm not used to fragrance. I'm not a perfume girl. You know what I mean? So a lot of times when you come in, you got a cute little outfit. And you do. I see you. Because you want to be seen. We all see you at the gym because you're new. And the regulars know each other, but we all can tell when somebody new comes to the gym. And you'll have a cute outfit, your hair's done. And a lot of you ladies don't want to sweat your outfit out. A lot of you guys don't want to sweat your hair. You got a cute outfit. Guys will help you. Guys are going to be helpful because you're fresh meat. You're fresh meat. So, guy will help you with this exercise, help you with that. You'll get 20 different guys give you 20 different exercises for the same body type, for the same muscle, like type biceps. You could get it 20 different ways. And the thing about that is confusing. That's why you should hire a trainer. A lot of times when you come to the gym, you're going to be confused. First of all, you're already confused because you don't know anything. You're coming in there, you see a bunch of men in the gym, and women get intimidated when they see a bunch of men. They don't feel comfortable in the weight room, so they won't go in the weight room. They'll go in the cardio. They'll be doing the cardio, the treadmill or the pre-core, the elliptical, and you'll cardio your life out. I mean, that's all you do is cardio. You'll come in there and do cardio because you're too scared to go in the room with the guys. So I say hire a trainer. Hire a trainer so you can go and get your workout on, because cardio is good for the heart, but you're not getting the resistance training. Women, you need that resistance training. You need to get that lean muscle mass. The more lean muscle mass you have, the more fat you burn. You burn more fat even when you're sleeping. My body is burning fat because I have a lot of muscle mass. I don't have a lot of fat, So hire a trainer. Hire a trainer or hire somebody like me. And let me tell you what. Hold up for you. Hire somebody who's qualified. Hire somebody who has a certification. Now, let me say this. I see a lot of women do it, and I'm giving you guys the 411. You'll come to the gym. You'll see the guy with the best body. He has the best body in the gym. You'll see him a mile away. Gorgeous. Adonis. And you'll look at him, and you'll be like, ooh, man. And he'll probably give you some pointers because you've been looking at him, because he knows. It's like, come on. And he's not certified. So what he's going to do, if he's not certified and he doesn't know the human anatomy and the kinetic chain, he's going to give you a generic program that he's been giving everybody that he's working with, because he's not certified. He doesn't. And a lot of them, and I'm saying it from experience, I have worked at Reebok, Equinox, and I could tell a new trainer, or I could tell when somebody came out of jail, where they're doing this jail workout. They're not being considerate of you and your body mechanics. or they're not being considerate of you have a meniscus tear or an ACL. They don't understand the human kinetic chain. So you're only picking them. You didn't vet them. You're only picking them because they look good. So you thinking since he looked good, he could do the same for you, and that's not necessarily true. They do the one size fits all. And what happens with that is that no pain, no gain. That's another dinosaur terminology I'll talk about. What happens is that you have to, when you're hiring a trainer, you need to interview the trainer. You need to ask them what are their credentials, are they certified, and do they have any letters of recommendation. Don't go by what you see because you're going to be sadly disappointed and in a hospital. I've seen trainers, and I'm not knocking my people. I love my trainers. I've watched trainers have somebody do a squat, and the person has a meniscus tear. So the trainer and load them up with weights. Load them up with weights. Don't get the as far as the kinetic chain of understanding the alignment of the spinal cord, also the knees, the position. The first thing you always want to do when you hire a trainer is to make sure, like I said, that they're certified, but also make sure that they emphasize on form. Now, the first thing that's going to happen with the human anatomy is that your nervous system, your motor skills, which is your peripheral nervous system, is going to kick in. Now, your spinal cord, some people have a pinched nerve or sciatica. Your spinal cord has the nerves in it. And then you have the peripheral nervous system, you have the central nervous system. Now, in the disc, in the nerves in the spinal cord, the what happens is that you have to make sure that the nerves are firing up efficiently because a lot of nerves, due to not doing anything, your nervous system is dormant. So the first thing that's going to happen is that you're going to be requiring your nervous system to wake up. So you're going to be firing certain nerves that has not been active in a long time. Because if you think about it, right now, us as animals, we spend a lot of time sitting in chairs and watching TV, and we get Uber delivers. We're not moving as much as we should be. We're not. So the most important thing is that you get the form down, even without the weights. You don't need any weights right now. The first couple of weeks, the most important thing is that you make reference to form. That's important before you even load up. So what I do with my clients is that I have them fill out a health screen. Once they fill out the health screen, I get to understand what's going on with their body. If they have an ACL, if they have a rotator cuff issue, if they have a meniscus tear, if they had a hip replacement, if they had a knee replacement. I work around the injured area to fire up the areas to rush blood and nutrients to the injured area and remove waste. It's a science. It's a science. Once you get to the point where you have the biomechanics and the nervous system, the motor skills are kicking in, the nerves. Now you can start to load up. Now let me say this for all the guys in the room that have a humongous ego and they just got to lift them heavy weights and throw it around and tear a shoulder. I have watched people come in, don't warm up, and injure themselves. You don't want to be that person. Always start out with a warm up. You cannot stretch or work whole muscles. I see guys come in, load up with 2 plates, 45s on each side, start bench pressing, and next you know, they're in the hospital. They have torn connective tissues in the anterior delt. So you don't want to follow those people. All right? You don't want to be one of those people. One of the things that you also have to take into consideration when you are activating your body, a movement practice, always play it safe. And a lot of times people will say to me, "Hey, Delilah, I love working with you, but I want more. I want more of a challenge." And the thing why I do that is because I want them to tell me. I know what I'm doing. Basically, what I'm doing is making sure you get the form down. Then we'll load up. But some people are so used to just loading up that they end up injured. So by the grace of God goes, I have never have gotten sued. I have insurance, but none of my clients, due to me working with my clients, I have never gotten sued, nor have I ever hurt a client or put a client in the hospital or tore or rotated cuff or meniscus tear. If anything, every one of my clients, I can send you a letter of recommendation, have been pleased with my service, so much so that I'm working with three of my clients that we've been working together for over 25 years. And now I'm training their children, the kids. I'm training their kids, and the kids are in their 20s. I remember when the kids were born, and now they're my clients. So I'm training not one client that's over 25 years, and now I'm training the kids. So I'm excellent at what I do. And also to add raw vegan to it, one of the things I noticed about people who are vegetarian, they end up giving in and throwing in the towel because the trainer said you have to drink the protein shake. In order to get muscles, you cannot get muscles from just eating vegetables. Now I'm raw. I'm raw. Now, based on your food pyramid and what you have been taught from your education system, I am an anomaly. I cease to exist. I'm not even supposed to look like this. Based on your food chart, your pyramid food chart, it says that I should be eating meat. I should be drinking inflammation and pus, which is milk, and all of that dough, that bread and everything, and all that flour and everything that you guys eat. I eat none of that. And my lean muscle mass has definitely paid off. So I'm not one to buy into the food and drug industry. I'm not taking supplements, nor am I eating cooked food, nor am I consuming any of flesh or any milk, pus, or anything. And it can be done. That's why I get the clients that I get, because my clients are loyal and I get the results, and the results are received with love. So, as somebody who is raw vegan and have been in the industry for over 30 years, I have the education, and I'm qualified because I have the experience, and I've applied it not only to myself, but I've applied it with clients, and they've gotten the results. And also, with that being said, the clients that come to me that started working with me had diabetes. They no longer have diabetes. They're off the diabetes medication. I've had clients who had fibromyalgia. They don't have it anymore. I'm also a cancer exercise specialist. Dealt with that. So my expertise being in industry using food and movement works. But here's the key thing. It can't work without you. I can lead a horse to water, but I can't force you to drink it. And I could tell when you're doing the exercises consistently, and I could tell when you're not. And a lot of times with a lot of you guys, you're not fooling me. You're not fooling me, because I'm gonna be okay, and I'm gonna keep getting the results in my body. But a lot of you guys, and the bottom line, what's so sad is that you have someone like me, and it's sad when there are people like that are working with me, and they don't take advantage of this opportunity to get a second leash on life, and that's what's so sad. So with my program, it gives a custom made meal plan and a custom made workout. So one size doesn't fit all. We know that. There's several different types of body type. We have mesomorph, we have ectomorph, we have different body types. So my body type is different from an ectomorph. I'm more mesomorph, that I could put on muscle mass. Then we have people who are leaner. Then we have people who have more adipose tissue. So with me as your trainer, what I will do is do a health questionnaire, a case study on you. Once I understand your health history, that's when we can get into the movement, the exercise, where I can custom make an exercise program for you and a meal plan. So that's where it comes in. Instead of just taking you or taking anybody as a client, there has to be a history. I have to understand where you're coming from. Now, building muscle on the raw vegan lifestyle. Not difficult to do. Not difficult to do. And I can tell you from experience in dealing with clients, not difficult to do. If you follow the rules, if you follow the meal plan, it can happen for you. So with that being said, I wanted to illustrate what just a body part that is, and I'm not going to do the abs. I think people spend so much time. Anybody got any questions? I can't see the questions. I know that sucks, right? I can't see the questions. Let's see. All right, let's see. All right, so I'm squinting. I don't see any questions. I can't see it. I know you guys are gonna be mad if you are asking me a question and I can't see it. All right, all right. Nope, I can't see it. I can't see it. Let's see what that is. All right, so I'm learning this. Let's take this down. All right, so if anybody have any questions, just shoot it to me um, after the live is done. But the point that I'm trying to make with this live is that you can build muscle on a raw vegan lifestyle. If you have the right person that's working with you that knows what they're doing, there are people who are raw, and I'm going to say it, that don't know what they're doing. And I'm going to just say it. They just got in the game like a year ago, and they think they know everything, and they're actually giving advice to other people. I'm gonna say it. I'm from Brooklyn. If anybody got any say to me, I'm the type of kid that will come and talk to you in your face. I'm not gonna talk about you behind your back. I'm gonna say it to your face. There are some people who in the industry that don't know what they're doing. That's all to it. You don't know what you're doing, and you're misleading people. And what happens with that is that I have to deal with these people because they'll tell me, well, I worked with this person and they told me to do this. But if you look at their body of work and if you look at their physical form, they're not looking like how you want. If you really, it's like it's like going to a doctor, right? And I'm going to be honest with you, and there's a lot of fat doctors, and I actually train doctors. It's like going to a doctor for health, and I got to tell you, I'm very critical um, of who I use as my doctor. I'm not going to go to somebody who's overweight. I'm going to just say it straight out. Because obviously I'm looking for somebody who's healthy to help me. And if you're not healthy, you can and you're sick, then I don't care. I don't want you working with me. Like for me, if you want something, go to somebody who's living, who's showing the results. If you want to lose weight, right? Or if you're trying to get healthy, why would you go to somebody who's not healthy? Why would you go to somebody who can't even help themselves? You know what I mean? It's like going to a divorce lawyer who can't even keep his own marriage together, and you're going to go and get advice from a counselor that's a divorce counselor and trying to keep your relationship together, and they can't even keep their relationship together. It's crazy. It's an oxymoron. It's ridiculous. So I'm the type of person where I go to the best. If I want something, like I did something with Tony Robbins, right? I took a couple of his seminars, and I respect Tony. You know what I mean? So for me, I go to people that I respect, and they reap the results. Tony Robinson, when I see him, that's success, and success leaves trails, breadcrumbs. So I'm always going to go to the best because I'm worth it, and I'm paying for that person's body of work. I'm paying for their experience, so it's a to get to cut to the chase. So I don't have to go through a lot of the stuff. So when I go to pay a coach, and I had a business coach, when I hire a coach, I'm hiring somebody to help me, so I don't have to go through the bumps and bruises, so they could speed up the process for me. So it pays to have a coach. It pays to get somebody who knows what they're doing and living the life, not just talking about it, but they're about it, so you can get the results. So with that being said, as far as me being raw vegan and building muscle, it comes with experience, years of experience of being a fitness trainer, and years of experience of applying all that information on me so I can share it with you. So you don't have to go spend 10,000 at a retreat in Costa Rica, a raw vegan retreat. I did all of that. So since I did all of that, when you come to someone like me, you're paying for my experience. You're paying so you can receive all the stuff that I went through to fine tune it for you. So you're getting the benefit of my life in a package for you. So you can shorten your learning curve. So that's what I want to say. I'm not going to stay on too long. So for me, one of the body parts that is challenging for women is chest. A lot of you guys do a lot of behind. I see women always doing their legs. They want a bigger behind. I think it's a new thing now that everybody have a big behind. I've heard about some BBL type of stuff. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know what the kids are doing today. I'm not concerned about the aesthetics right now. I'm talking about balance. Now, if you're working your behind and you're not balancing out by working your upper torso, that's a problem. That's a problem. You should be in symmetry. There is such thing. If you have a big behind and you got a small chest and your arms are small, obviously you're spending too much time doing lower body, but you're not spending enough time balancing out the upper body. That is going to bite you in the butt when you get my age, 50, 60. It's imbalance. It's imbalance. So I'm going to do a basic chest exercise that you could do, and this is for the ladies. And guys, if you are one of those guys that's been doing yoga, and don't get me wrong, and if you are one of those guys that's been doing yoga all your life, baby, guys, put some of that testosterone in there. Go on and lift some of them weights and get it back, baby. Get it back. Get that testosterone pumping. Because I gotta say, if I have more, if a man, if I got more muscles than a guy, if my muscles are bigger than the guy, then I gotta tell you what's going on here, guys. You gotta be able to outlift me, and that's all to it. All right. So, ladies, let's go with chest. All right. So, chest is a very important thing. It's the pecs. You have pecs major and minor. Now, when you're doing a chest exercise, you're going to hit your anterior delts, which is your shoulders. Your shoulders have 3 heads. So we're going to hit the anterior delt. We're going to hit the pecs, major and minor. That's the chest. And we're going to hit a little bit of triceps. Now, this is a basic exercise that you can do without any weights, because I don't want to give you guys any weights, because I don't want you to use it as an excuse that I don't have any weights at the house. So let's do a basic push-up. Now, you have 2 types of push-ups. I'm going to slide back because I got my mat. I got it. Let's move my glasses out the way. So I'm going to give you a little tip, and I think every woman should do this, and I'm going to tell you why. God forbid if something happened to you. I'm from Brooklyn. I got to do the Brooklyn thing. And you were abducted by a strange man, and you didn't have enough upper body strength to move him out of the way. So he grabbed you from behind. He grabs you from behind. What are you going to do? You got a big behind. We know you've been working your behind, but you haven't worked your upper body. So now you don't have any upper body strength to push him out the way, because once you get in that car, once he gets you in that car to the second location, you're finished. You're finished. So you don't want to get in the car. You don't want to get in the car. So I'm going to give you something, ladies, that you could do. So this is a basic push-up. Now, the push-up is bread and butter. You don't need a lot of equipment, but you need to know how to lift yourself up and fire up the muscles in your chest. All right. So it's 2 types of push-ups. We're going to do a standard. I don't want to say girl push-ups. I think that's so ridiculous. We're going to do a modified version, and we're going to do a standard version of a push-up. All right? How many of you? Click one if you're ready. Click one if you're ready. How many of you guys are ready to do this with me? And also, please, do this. Take advantage of this opportunity. Take advantage of this opportunity. And also, if anybody's interested in working with me, just DM me the word coach, and I'll send you my link. But for right now, I'm going to do the chest. So, standard and military. I'm going to do the standard first. So a regular push-up is right here. I got my mat. Hold up. I got my mat. I'm here. My neck is in line with my spine. I'm going to have my shoulders are directly out. So my hands are out. My legs are out. My chest, my hands are in line with my chest. Now my hands are not forward right here. My hands are directly under my chest, not by my anterior delt. So I'm not going to tear my shoulders. That's too much weight for my shoulders. But my chest is a big muscle. So I'm going to activate the bigger muscle right here. My neck is in line with my spine. I'm going to ball of my feet. I'm going to bend my elbows right here, parallel to the floor, and I'm going to press back up, keeping my neck in line with my spine. Now, my feet, so my feet looks like this, just like this. And I'm coming down and up. So it's a basic push-up that you can do. That's the standard military version. Now we're going to do the modified version. So same upper body position. Your hands, palm of your hands, going to be in line with your chest. So my hands are out, little is outside of the yoga mat. I'm going to line my chest up with my hands. I'm not going to have my anterior delts, my shoulders taking all of the load. So I'm going to use my chest. It's a big muscle. Now I'm going to be on my knees right here, just like this. Now notice, as I'm on my knees, My butt's not up in the air. A lot of you guys will do the push-up like this, with your butt up in the air. That's not the push-up. That's not a modified version of a push-up. Your back has to be diagonal. So watch this. So I'm on my knees. I'm going to come down to align myself. I'm on my knees. If you guys can see, my knees are right here. So your feet should start out like this and down. Keeping my neck in neutral position and down, up, and down. That's a modified version of a push-up. It's a modified version of a push-up. You just hit your triceps, the back of your arms. For a lot of you ladies that are always complaining about spaghetti arms where your triceps are looking like real flabby, it'll tighten up that a little bit, and it touches your front of your shoulder and your chest. So you really want to strengthen the chest and balance out your lower body and your upper body so there's some type of a symmetry. Some type of symmetry. So that's what I wanted to do today. Wanted to tell you that regardless of what you do, there has to be consistency in doing any type of activity in order for you to reap the benefits of the result. If you work out, 1 month and you take another month off, everything that you gain that month is already gone. So you don't want to spend too much time. Like even with me, I'll do a 6 weeks on, take a week off to let my body rest, and then I'll change my workout program. Also, make sure you change your workout program every 6 weeks. Don't do the same exercises, the same exercises, the same pace, and also in the same order. There's such thing as muscle confusion. So you want to confuse the muscles. You don't want to do the same exercises for the same order for the whole year. Your body plateaus. So you're not getting any gains because you're doing the same thing you did every day, so every week the same exercise. So you have to every 6 weeks change your workout program. Don't do the same exercise. So when I'm working with my clients, I always change their program. That's how their muscle change, because there's such thing as muscle confusion. You have to shock the muscles. But if the muscles know, all right, she's going to do this again, and she's going to do this, and she's going to only do this much weight. She's doing the same weight she did 2 years ago. She's still doing the same exercises from 2 years. It's boring. It's boring. Your body's not getting a challenge, and your body's not changing. The only way it's going to change is if you change something about the workout. All right, so that's all I wanted to say. If anybody's interested, just DM me the word coach. Find me on Instagram, but I'm going to come here. So my main, what I specialize in, and I'm going to stay in my lane, is nutrition. So sometimes when I come up here, I'm going to make a meal. But today I felt the need because I see a lot of women with big behinds. And I see a lot of women with big behinds, but their lower body, I see a lot of women with big behinds, but their upper body is screaming for attention. Also your arms. Some of you guys, we're going to talk about arms, and we're going to break down arms for one of my segments. But every Sunday at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we're going to come in here. And if you have any questions about your fitness quest or fitness quest journey, just hit me up. If you're looking for an online trainer, hit me up. And nutritionist, because with my program, you get a customized meal plan and you get a customized workout. So you're getting the whole package, and I'm going to be your coach. So I'm going to be working with you. You have the choice of picking a 3-month program. You can work with me for a 6-month program, or you can work with me for 1 year. And I'm going to tell you the prices right now, because I don't want somebody calling me and ambiguous about their goals. So if you decide that you want to work with me for 3 months, that's $299 per month. $299 per month. So for the 3 months, it's not $299 for the whole 3 months. It's each month $299. If you want to work with Delilah Fitness for 6 months, 6 months is just $250 per month. So 6 months, $250 per month. And if you want to work with Delilah Fitness for a year, that's $199 per month, and it's taken out of your account. It's just everything is with a system. It's in a system. So again, just DM me the word coach. I'll send you the link, and let's get started today. So until next time, till next week, guys, maybe I'll do a meal, or maybe I'll talk about arms or abs, ass or something. Not sure what I'm going to talk about. That's a good thing. So I'm going to be talking mostly about, like I said, fitness, anything that pertains to the body and the raw vegan lifestyle. And today was about building muscles. But the key word, I think, I hope you got something out of this, was consistency and also form. That's the most important thing. If you don't get anything from this, focus on your form, your anatomy. All right, guys. Till next time, I love you. Be safe in those gyms. Be safe in those streets out there. And ladies, take self-defense. Please take self-defense. Take care of yourself. I don't want anything to happen. We just found one sister that was missing in Alabama. She was abducted, and we just found her. She was found, and she was safe. And women are constantly missing. Children are constantly being snatched. We want to really protect women from trafficking. You know what I'm saying? Because if you could defend, if each woman knew how to fight and defend herself, we would cease with this, with the trafficking. We don't need any more children being missing or women being missing. We have to fight for our right. And a lot of you guys, I get the femme fatale things, but you have to fight for your femininity. Okay? Because it's not, we live in some very unsafe times right now. And I know you want to be cute and have the BBLs, but a lot of sisters are missing. And I don't want you to be one of them. So take care of yourself and be safe in those streets. All right, guys. Peace.